Okay, had to start recording because this is the first time I'm seeing this image. Was that Baldur's Gate? I think it was. You could see Worm's Rock in the distance and then Baldur's Gate... Yeah, I mean, it looked absolutely nice. Anyway, welcome back to our Baldur's Gate Let's Play. And, nice. And, damn. Let's, carry on. We spoke last time with Vikar Humbletoes. This episode we will go into the Elf Song Tavern. Let's first check this, place. Elistria, Lady Silverhair. Sparing no detail, no matter how innocuous, this tale grants the reader comprehensive insight into the life, death and rebirth of Child of Loth and Corellion Laretian, the goddess Elistre. One section runs thusly. An important note, immortals like Elistre view relationships differently than we do. The gaze is called... Bro. The gaze is cold, abstracted even in the most passionate and vivacious of gods such as she. Think of Thelum's theater of distance. The viewer is somehow allowed space from the action of play while still being immersed in the experience. That is how deities think. That is how they view everything, in the auditorium of icy long infinity in the nosebleed seats. No wonder Elistre smiled and wept with equal fierceness when she defeated her mother. Oh, defeated Loth. Cool. Judge of the Damned. An excerpt from the book in which Iphigene Mogros, I cannot get away from the sounds, discusses the strange theistic history of mortals becoming gods. There have been many lords of death who cast judgment upon souls lost and found alike. Among them was Celeborn, a hard man of harder convictions. As a mortal man, he was a mercenary with a paladin's stoic beliefs hidden under a crust of skulls and grumbles. As a lord of death, he was forced to mellow both aspects of himself, for the impulses of a man and a god are not consummate. Mortals are allowed caprice, but immortality wears that stone smooth quickly, and Celeborn chose cool prudence over cold malice. Okay. I mean, we knew that you can, like, become gnome, oh my god, god. Gnome Father. The introduction of Gnome Father reads like this. Most splendiferous, gregarious, and overall duplicious of gods, especially for the gnomes who embody those attributes quite cheerfully, is Garl Glittergold. A favorite phrase deployed at gnomish parties and suppers comes from Garl's reply to the mad prophet Osterfeld, who promised Garl the moon, the sun, and all the glinting stars if he could only answer 3 riddles, to which Garl said, "Pull the other one, it has got bells on." What? What? I don't know. Next. Exile. The author of Gnome Father also penned this book, a much bleaker read, Exile is full of sections like this. And with his stony features wrinkling in a snarl, Laduguer, god of the Dwergar, growled, "You hounds and dribbling dogs, I shall have you flayed. I shall string loot from your guts. What a music shall fill my halls then. Hear me close, you mongrels and slobberers. Slavery is freedom. Freedom from difficult choice and from responsibility. When you enslave an elf, you enchain him to a bit of use. The simpering, knife-eared slug. You make him worth a damn. Now throttle that morality of yours and fetch me vassals."
What's inside?
Okay. Ace was Azut and other gods too. We have read this. Lessons of Helm. In this text, you come across a bull-necked, hard-spined doctrines of the god Helm and transcribed and interpreted by a paladin called "Thou shalt not suffer the doom herring to live O'Reilly." To choose that name after being convinced that the Xanatar organization was not led by a many-eyed beholder monster but something called a doom herring. The doctrines are usually religious fare, only mildly distinguished by Helm's focus on the provision of protection of those who need it, forming a shield of steel as well as sympathy for the meek and downtrodden. Okay, let's first read all the bookcases, then we'll read all the scrolls. The Soul Forger. Introduction to the Soul Forger. Dwarven myths are so engaging because the skeleton of their story is tied to the craft of the modern era. The bones are made of steel, iron, nickel, copper, a whole host of metal alloys, and superheated and fused together at the joints of legend. Moradin, Soul Forger. Soul Forger, Allfather, is said to have crafted the dwarven species from the very core of the planet, Abate Toril. By retelling this story, dwarves link themselves to the craft of blacksmithing. They have, in one fell swoop, tapped an ore vein of metaphor and discovered a seam of cultural import. For dwarves are not born so industrious, so stoneworthy, so clever at geology. Rather, unlike the growth of long bushy beards, it is learned behavior. Lessons of Helm. In this text, oh, yeah, we read that one. Next bookcase. Timora, Lady Luck. A list of oaths and sayings that ought to incur Timora's blessing, granting the speaker good luck. By Lady Luck's smile. Turntable Timora, I invoke thee. By the rolling of my dice, please let the rules be nice. These rules be nice. Spin, spin, of fickle fate will. Lady of the Diamond Gutter Dice, Mistress of Good Fortune, Sovereign of Luck, please have mercy on me for fuck's sake. Jesus. The Hound and the Hand. That sounds like something from Game of Thrones. The lawful god Tyr lost his right hand to Kezef the Chaos Hound. Away. The Chaos Hound, a devourer of souls and one of the primordial evils. A coalition of gods hell-bent on taking down Kezef chased the Hound to the Barrens of Doom and Despair and offered him a compact. If the Hound could break chains made by the Smith god Gond, the gods would dissolve their union and leave Kezef be. Kezef was skeptical, but he agreed. So long as Tyr put his hand in the Hound's mouth, Tyr looked upon the slavering jaws, each tooth as long as a spear, and he agreed at once. Really? Of course, Kezef had not accounted for the strength of the chain, which was rooted in hellish cocytus and blessed by the goddess of magic Mystra. Unable to break free, he beat Tyr's hand clean off, and Tyr sealed the bleeding stump and walked one-handed forevermore, as if it were a badge of honor, which indeed it was, and the boldness and courage besides. Damn, Tyr is a badass. Mother of Halflings. Let's move immediately since this is a bit longer read. This text is brimmed full of charming short stories concerning Yondala, the matriarch, protector and sovereign creator of the halfling species. Here is one. Once there a community of young pucks and prim petty halflings called the Lurmileks. They were none of them old yet, having only newly formed their community around being virile and strong, so all could contribute to the upkeep and tidying and fixing and mending and so on. Halflings have a great many activities like that. So it was a big shock when an old woman came and asked to join the community. They told her she wasn't welcome, and when they turned her away, politely but very firmly, she went into the nearby woods. Now the Lurmileks couldn't have known she was going to take shelter there. Oh, I read this one, but I'm still gonna read it. Now the Lurmileks couldn't have known she was going to take shelter there. And don't think too badly of them, but take shelter she did. When the werewolf men who lived there came to rob the old woman, Yondala invested the old woman with knitting needles and impeccable swiftness. She knitted the werewolf men clothes so that would expand to accommodate their monthly changes, and they escorted her back to the Lurmileks, who accepted the old woman and who took their lamps and scoldings too from the werewolf men, not all amused at the halfling's lack of sympathy for such a clever elder as this. Yeah, I read that one. Saloon's devotee. This diary records the life of Jonah Medowin. Oh yeah. Yeah, we read that one. Okay, next. Last bookcase. Magical Histories Volume 1. The Origins of Mystra. Okay. This is nice. To know of Mystra, the goddess of magic, we must first consider her early incarnations, beginning with Mistril. I think I read this, but let's read it. The Lady of Mysteries was said to have come into existence during a conflict between the goddess Shar and Selûne. In their efforts to best one another, the twin sisters of darkness and light inadvertently forged a portion of their opposing energies into a new being of pure magic, Mistral. As an embodiment of magic, Mistral laid claim to the unparalleled control over the weave, the very fabric by which magic could be channeled and harnessed, for it was but an extension of her being. For her, to use magic was as natural as it would be for another to draw breath and curl in their finger. It was in minus 339 DR that Mistral gave way to Mistra, when the former had her power seized by Karsus, a Netherese lord, and perhaps the most powerful and ambitious wizard to have ever lived. Yet Mistral sought to deny him from his ill-gotten prize, sacrificing herself so that for a moment the weave faltered, and all magic briefly ceased. Wait, I'm pretty sure I already read this, but I forgot. Karsus's folly brought about the destruction of Netheril and the end of his ambition, yet the weave would not go unattended for long. Within moments, the goddess of magic was reborn as Mistra. Right, that's why the flying cities fell. The introduction to Laretian by Palmer Janisuga reads, "It is no exaggeration to say that Corellon Laretian is the primary figure in the pantheon of elves. It is said that his tears mingled with those of Shianin Mumbo actually created elves. As in all myths, the psychological reverse oblation God gives to his people is interesting. The elven people are not formed from Corellion's hip bone, his throat, his testicles. Instead, they arise from an expression of sorrow. Some scholars frame them then as an antidote to his pain. Corellion was, at the time, experiencing loss and feelings of betrayal. More traditional thinking, and here I quote the elven sage Aethir Loquelan, places elves as sad as a species can be. This rings truer for me. Life, after all, deposits its fair share of difficulties on those burdened with living it, and elves endure a long, long time." Okay, now let's read scrolls and such. Dedications to the Pantheon. A scroll of basic prayers to major deities of the realms. Bahamut, leave me blind to all but the true light of justice, O valiant one. Corellon, I bid my soul glide across the moon and stars with you, Elf Father. Elistre, run thy sword across my chains, Silver Lady, that I may join your dance. Karl Glittergold, grant me but a fraction of thy wit, sire. It is all one could need. Grumush, guide blade to gut, neck, and steel beating heart. Hear me. Helm, keep my path in your unfettered gaze, Lord. I shall not err if you're watching. Ilmater, until I can bear a fraction of your burden, sufferer, I shall. Kalimvor, look not upon our sins, master of scales, but measure the worth of your most grateful deed. Laduguer, we walk amongst the filth and wreck. Let the harsh command of your eternal task drive our footward. Letander, I shall let all who dwell in the dark feel your holy dawn, morning lord. Hear my prayer. Lolt, I spin thy web of chaos, mother. I spin it in your name, and let not the threads unravel. Milieki, guide my path as only you know how, in whispering leaves and slowing grassland. Moradin, hold my hammering hand firm, my crafting mind steadfast, and the tools I form perfect in your image. Mistra, I speak into your weave with my supplication and faith, and hope the magics I hold are pleasing to your eye. Okma, whatever I may say, you know already. Thus I will speak our knowledge to those without it. Seluna, let the moon be my light, and I shall let my sword be your shining symbol. Shar, mother of night, darken my step as I walk among the light. Hear my prayer. Talos, hold me in your tempest, Stormbringer. Keep my strength to hand. Tempus, mighty foe hammer, lend me your strength as I wage your righteous war. Tiamat, many mouths speak your hunger into this world, mistress. Let me be the loudest. Timora, but a glancing touch of your grace would benefit me well, Lady Luck. Here, let me be your eyes, blind one, and cast your justice upon this world. Vlakit. I'm not reading that. Well, Tla Vlakit Chikri, Tla Vlakit Tavki, Tla Vlakit Lashakla. Yondala. Fill my cup with plenty, mother. May it never run dry. Vlakit is not really a god, is she? I mean, maybe she is. Wooden hatch, blessings for the refugees. May all who come to the city gates be well, be safe. Let them find safe harbor within the city walls. Let their loved ones stay at their sides. Let the children stay in their mothers' and fathers' arms. Okay. In progress essay. Thus I wonder whether to follow thesis, the following thesis might hold water. That as the city life becomes more precarious, as the marching armies menace the borders, that people will turn not to the gods who allow this to happen, but to the dark entities who might have the power to stop it. I speak of the dead three, Bane, Baal and Myrkul. For when death threatens your door, who better than the god of living dead to protect you? Is it not better to murder than be murdered? And through domination in its purest form, isn't the dominator protected? I predict then that the coming days will see a wave of conversion such as we have never seen before. Okay, Statue of Tyr with scales. The Layperson's Guide to Holy Exorcism. An instructional script for exorcists to read from when removing possessing spirits. Now we understand that possession can be a very scary and difficult time. It's perfectly normal to have concerns and questions about the process, but please keep them until the end. In the next minute or so, I'll perform a harmless exorcising incantation called Read as Appropriate. Dispel evil and good person, remove curse item. Dispel evil and good, remove curse. That will have your read as appropriate person or item freed from otherworldly influence in no time. Since your beloved person or item was recently exorcised. We understand this can be a difficult time. Yeah. Spear, nope. Charter of Tabernacle Donation. We wish not to hide the generosity of gates gathered faithful. All donations are used in the upkeep of the tabernacle and payment of its staff. These worshipful seasons. Helm, 50,000 GP, 9 cattle flock, a selection of precious gemstones, 16 severed eyes. Please note, offerings of viscera are highly discouraged on the tabernacle premises. Seluna, 47,000 GPs, a shipment of magic lamps, 3 parlor mirrors, alabaster, wrought iron and silver, more candles than we've been able to count. Thanks to her flock, generous donation to the tabernacle's coffers, but we are proud to announce a newly commissioned statue of beautiful Timora. May her luck be with you. A plea. Oh, is this a plea? No. Blessed Vicar, I beg your aid in a matter most grave. Some ill-meaning magus has afflicted my household with a series of hexes. First, my eldest fell out of a tree and broke his arm. I thought nothing of it at first, but then my youngest broke her front tooth on the corner of her bed frame. What misfortune, I thought, when the very next day I myself came down with a sweating fever so severe I could not hold a clay cup without dropping it. Please, Vicar, do what you can. Through the gates of Helm to cure whatever curse has plagued my home. I cannot take another tragedy. Good wife, Satan. Okay. Hear my prayer, please. A scroll scrawled with unsteady hand. Look, I'm not sure about this whole divine thing. I don't know much about you lot, but I reckon you don't know much about me, on occasion of never praying before. Thing is, I don't want to die. Don't want my ship to die, either. This absolute thing on the horizon stinks. Not in the good way a ship stinks, but in the bad way that a corpse does. So if any of you are out there, can you please fix it? Stop them, please. Thanks for listening, reading, whichever. Yours faithfully, Barney Pins. Prayer to Tempus. Lord of battles, Vowhammer, protect me in a battle to come. Let my sword ring true against the armies of the Absolute. Let me live to see another day. Gaunt and gripping life by the tongues.
Best keep your hands to yourself. You're being watched.
Okay, apparently I cannot read this one. Okay, then we have read everything. Statue of the Gods.
This altar isn't dedicated to a single god, but instead acts as a conduit to many. Your god is one of many, and in this place you sense
Who is my
a
god, by the way?
spark of its mighty divine flame.
I have no idea. Read what's inscribed on the altar.
It reads, "Show your devotion with an offering in your god's name. Blessings may follow."
Pay homage and honor to the gods of light and justice. Seek the wisdom of and judgment of the gods of balance and ambiguity. Seek power of self-justification from the gods of greed and darkness. Well, let's
The
pay
gods
homage.
are ready to receive your joyful donation.
Oh. Make offering to Bahamut, dragon of justice. Make offering to Corellon, the protector, creator of the elves. Make an offering to Elistre, the dancing goddess of beauty and freedom. Make offering to Glittergold, the bright and clever father of all gnomes. Make offering to Ilmater, the one who endures, god of the oppressed and persecuted. Make offering to Lethander, the morning lord, god of vitality, of hope and of beginning. Mileki, the lady of forest and supreme ranger. Moradin, the soul forger, the all-father of the dwarves. Yundala, the blessed, matriarch of the halflings. Choose from another group. Let's see judgment.
The gods are ready to receive your donation.
Kellenvor, the great guide, lord of the dead. Ogma, the lord of knowledge and patron of bards. Tempus, god of war and lord of honorable battle. Timora, bright smiling lady of luck. What about
The
Mistra?
gods are ready to receive your sacrifice.
Sacrifice. Grumush Duanai, he who watches, god of the orcs. Laduguer the exile, deity of the Dwergar. Lol, the weaver of destiny and queen of spiders and darkness. Talos, Stormlord, god of fury and destruction. Tiamat, dragon queen of chaos and avarice. Shar, dark lady of loss and mistress of night. Oh, because the other ones have their statues. Okay.
The gods are ready to receive your joyful donation.
Let's do Bahamut. I will give you... What will I give? Something that I have... You know what? You can have Burning Hands. 2 of them.
Your offering is accepted, but more evidence of devotion is required.
Really? Okay. Let's check Mistra. Where's Gale when you need him?
You see an altar dedicated to Mistra.
Mistra looks great. I can see what Gale was taken in. Read the works inscribed on the altar.
Mistra,
Words.
mother of all magic, is the patron of wizards and often called upon by other spellcasters as well. She's said to be a jealous goddess. Your studies of religion don't suffice to tell you more.
Oh, that sucks. Too bad. Make an offering. Let's give her Wall of Ice.
Your offering is accepted.
Ah.
More evidence of devotion is required.
That's it for now. Seluna.
You see an altar dedicated to Selûne.
Read that which is inscribed upon
An
the altar.
inscription reads, "Let all who worship the changing tides of life and knowledge feel the blessings of Selûne. Trust in the purity of my light. See the constancy in its inconstancy, and you will be guided aright. Your scholarship of religion tells you no more."
Make an offering. What if we were to... Oh my god, I can see things in my camp. Okay. Well, how about you take some necklaces and stuff? Which I'm never gonna pretty much use. Is that enough?
Offering is accepted, but more evidence of devotion
More?
is required.
Make an offering. How about a weapon? Great Club +1. What about quarterstaff? Oh. Okay.
Selûne. Had life turned out differently, I might have been kneeling in prayer here.
Indeed.
You see an altar dedicated to Tyr.
Read what is inscribed.
Tyr, the blind god, offers justice to all, innocent and malefactor alike. The law dictates what is right, be that reward or retribution. Your knowledge of religion isn't
why didn't I...
extensive enough to tell you more.
Why didn't I give myself guidance? Seriously? Like, why am I thinking about it only now? Where the hell is guidance? My... There we go. Okay, last one. Helm.
You see an altar dedicated to Helm the Vigilant.
Inscription.
Helm the Watcher is a guardian god, dedicated to the preservation of order. Many turn to him in troubled times. Your knowledge of religion tells you nothing more about the worship of Helm.
Okay, what if you cast guidance on yourself and click on this?
You feel the chill gaze of the Moon Maiden upon you. Selûne welcomes you.
Read what
An
is inscribed.
inscription reads, "Let all who worship the changing tides of life and knowledge feel the blessings of Selûne. Trust in the purity of my light.
Yes,
See
Shadowheart,
the
trust it.
constancy in its inconstancy, and you will be guided aright. As a moon-bathed cleric,
Nice.
this is your moment to bask in her lunar light and imbue your spirit with her majesty and grace."
Nice. Make an offering. What can you give? I honestly don't know what to give. Like elemental infusion, snowburst. Like I don't know. Take this. How about we give you Karlak Wheel Gale? Wait. Where is Ara? Let's give like Scroll of Darkness. I don't know why Scroll of Darkness, but let's do it anyway. Where is there you are. How about we give you an idol or something? Selenite Robe.
Your offering is accepted,
Nope.
but more evidence of devotion is required.
Okay, leave. Can you then get maybe knowledge on the other
You
ones?
see an altar dedicated to Mystra.
Read.
Mystra, mother of all magic, is the patron of wizards and often called upon by other spellcasters as well. She's said to be a jealous goddess. Even though you do not
Nice.
follow her, you feel her power resonating from the statue. She is the one true spell at the heart of all spells. The weave could not be in better hands.
Nice. Okay. What about Tyr now?
Let's see.
You see an altar dedicated to Tyr.
Yeah, read.
Tyr, the blind god, offers justice to all, innocent and malefactor alike. The law dictates what is right, be that reward or retribution.
Mm-hmm.
His unseeing
Nice.
eyes are a testament to the lawful life he lived and what it cost him. Make a sacrifice out of your own pocket and you may yet be blessed.
Okay. And Helm.
You see an altar dedicated to Helm the Vigilant.
Inscription.
Helm the Watcher is a guardian god, dedicated to the preservation of order. Many turn to him in troubled times.
Mm-hmm.
Make your donation to him and you'll likely feel more vigilant, more resilient to the unexpected.
Okay. Let's try one more time. What? Do you want money? Like what? No, I don't want to give 6k. That's for sure. Like, what can I give you? Boots? A ring? Gloves? Let's give him a full set of armor. Here, Dark Justiciar helmet as well. And a weapon. Arcane Blessing weapon.
Your offering is accepted, but more evidence of devotion is required.
Okay, I'm not giving them anything else. Okay, thank you Shadowheart for letting me know what they think, say about them. Okay, let's go out the front gate. Okay. Stormshore Tabernacle.
Stormshore Tabernacle.
Yeah. Okay. Let's check over here. Before we go into the Elfsong Tavern. Baldur's Mouth Gazette, okay.
Very well.
No, we are not censoring the mouth. We are simply doing a routine inspection. And no, I cannot sell you a copy.
Okay, you?
If the Steel Watchers had eyes, at least you'd feel like you were being watched by something with a soul.
Yeah, I can understand that. Oh, no, that's a hostel.
Mortale's shelter. Refugees welcome.
Just quiet will do.
Welcome. If you've need of a bunk or a bath, you'll find them upstairs.
Okay, you?
I'm grateful to be here, I am. But I thought we'd arrive as a family. Not like this.
Okay, like what exactly?
The soap here smells funny.
Okay, draft letter to Lord Whitburn. To the Honorable Lord Whitburn House, Upper City. I'm Pamela Nortel, owner and manager of Nortel's Hostel, a non-profit boarding house catering to the families in need, and with the current refugee crisis there are more families in need than ever. Once, before your marriage, you told me that if you could only afford it, you'd be happy to help defray our costs with a generous donation. I am told you have since come into funds, and our need is so desperate that I am presumptuous enough to... Okay, Dear Madame Nortel. Dear Madame Nortel, you make a compelling case for additional contribution over and above my usual annual donation, but Daddy, Lord here, you remember, tells me that I've already overspent my allowance, so I'm on short rations until my intended dowry comes through. Hard cheese for all of us, sorry to say, but my cousin Clairbold, had a clever idea, so as often he does. If you could see your way to renaming your establishment after Daddy, to his Rylin Hostel, I'm certain I can persuade him to cut loose with a good chunk of change in your direction. There might even be a bit for me for suggesting it. What do you say? Let me know quickly, he's in a good mood. Your admirer, Derekwe Rylin. Yeah. Possible adventures. Employment opportunities. Employment opportunities. These 10 days, so act now. Fish cleaner wanted. Apply to old Troutman at the Hipside docks. Cut hair sweeper. Must bring own broom. Figure up face maker. Drummer needed for pickup band. See Hank at the singing lute. Okay, let's check out here before we check in there. Well, before we go upstairs, I still need to check this registry. Nortel's Hostel current lodgers. Goris Palace, Dolber Green and Dwindling, Bunt Chugili, Rags Del Rama, Regan Splint. Last 10 days due to that incident. Incident something, eh?
Good luck getting some kip up here. I'd stuff your ears if I were you.
Plastic chest, all of them are locked. Tarnished pendant. Volume 3 of 20 Possible Adventures. Okay, I'm pretty sure I already read, but let's read again. Much is made of Barovia's gloomy climate. It is wait, Barovia, isn't that Strad? Much is made of Barovia's gloomy climate. It is said that mists there confuse the mind and torment the souls, binding travelers in a grip such of such despair that escape is impossible to contemplate. As the new bride parted the heavy fog, I confess that I felt no such malaise beyond the onset of a rather stuffy nose. The same, I fear, could not be said of my crew. Among those who had not already cast themselves overboard, the gibbering and weeping came with such that I was forced to bind them to the mast entire, and navigate the fair bride alone. Yeah, I read this. I went in search of that plane's dark master, having been informed that even my ship could not hope to breach the planar boundaries without permission. And so I probed the mists, defiant at the helm and belting out a lively shanty of my own composition. The invitation did not long go unanswered. He appeared like the passing of a shadow overhead, sudden and terrifying, or certainly that was his intention. But once the mutual assurances of destruction were dispensed with, we found in one another kindred spirits, and fell to conversing in earnest. At length, a price for my passage was agreed. Of that price and that man I will say only this. He's surprisingly excellent company given the stories, and it do not get in the way nearly as much as one would think. So Strahd, definitely. Damn. Damn. 5 or 6 heroes. An easy-to-read children's book about an unlikely team of heroes who band together to defend a forest-known village against marauding gnolls. The raiders are driven away, the village is saved, and the comical sidekick gets engaged to a gnomish beekeeper, and virtue is triumphant. Okay. Nothing else here. Let's go out. I just remembered that I wanted to go down. Let's first check this small square. I wanted to go down Zita.
I just packed the papers. If you've got a complaint, editor's inside.
Oh, nice. So this is the Gazette.
Oi! I got my eye on you. You got the look of a troublemaker.
I am. Okay, I will not go down there. You?
I keep telling you animals, if you want to buy a Gazette, talk to the loud little shit screaming headlines. I deliver the papers. I do not sell them.
Okay. Guard?
Watch yourself in there. Sarky bastards, these writer types.
You?
No time to chat, mate, sorry. Since Gortash donated this printing machine, we've had ridiculous volume to shift.
For the stout and sturdy.
I think of Lord Gortash's still watch. Why, yes. I'd love to do an interview. Oh, sorry. Thought you were one of the mouse journalists.
Adventurers wanted for perilous and profitable quest. Master Lorokan, the Arcane... Ah, Night Song. Yeah, we read that one. Okay, wait. Bronte.
Listen, pal, if you're not moving my share of broadsheets, you're in my way. Shift!
Okay, and Feast.
These writers sure do have a lot to say. The amount of trees they must have cut down to print all these papers. And people complain about the steel watch taking up resources.
You tell them. Okay, let's go in... Palaya.
156, 157, 15... Oh, sorry, can't chat. 15... Shit! Where was I up to?
Oh... You got up to 158.
Oh, thank Corellin. You're a lifesaver. 158, 159.
Okay. Let's go inside. Whoa. Interesting.
Afraid I'll have to ask you to stop there. Only Etfard's allowed to use the basement elevator.
Okay.
Hey, cut it out, will you? I've got deliveries to manage.
What? A home for every working Baldurian. Okay, why can't I click it? I cannot click it. So cannot get the elevator. Okay. Cannot use that. Security first. Security first. Security is for those who deserve it at the first responsibility of government. As the creator of the Steel Watch, Lord Gortash has proven his credential as a master of civic security.
You ever heard of this many guards for a bloody broadsheet? It's ridiculous.
Indeed. I agree. Anything in here? Nope. Let's go down. Huh. Who are you?
Don't know about you, but them big metal bastards really put me off my flow.
You're being watched, I see. You're right, they're everywhere. To Glimmer Whistleborn. I'm a long-time reader of your column, but none of them ever hit me before like the absolutist next door. You listed 8 warning signs that a neighbor might be a spy for the absolute cult, and by Torm, you were right. Because my neighbor up the hillside fits all 8 of your warning signs. I'm watching him now, and as soon as I see the traitor Chugly commit just one crime, I'm turning him into the fists. Thanks again, Sir Whistleborn, for all your insights. A lawyer, a reader. The time of the patriarchs is over. For generations, the patriarchs have been filling their pockets while letting the city fall into decay. Some patriarchs have recognized their mistakes and are willingly donating their fortunes to support the city, but others, more selfish, deserve to be stripped of their privileges. A system with a single incorruptible ruler, Gortash, is the answer to a fair society. Okay. Malek Stones.
Damn it, damn it, damn it! Still missing one link. Oi, shove off. Don't be peeking at my scoop.
Okay. Ty Willowbrook.
Hang on, wait, stay there. You reminded me of that word I was looking for, corpusculent. That's it. As you were.
No idea what that word means. Headline brainstorming. Father Lorgan murdered all at his own temple. This is big news. Now, how to best boil that down into a headline? Ideas. Open hand loses its grip. Nah. Savage butchery of revered priest. No, I use savage butchery for Stelmane. Temple turns slaughterhouse in shock horror priest murder. No. Brevity. Tie. Shish. Stabbed and stabbed again. That's not so bad. But not good enough. Alright, it's Ty's time. A drink at the elf song will sharpen my wits. And you are the editor.
Well, if it isn't the city's next celebrity. You star in our next edition's top story.
Really? Yeah, I heard it all about your article and I want to shut it down. Sorry, who are you? Are you sure you have enough ink to cover all my adventures? I'd rather not be in your paper at all. Sorry, who are you?
Etvard Needle, editor of the Baldur's Mouth Gazette, speaking truth to power since 1450 DR. No need to introduce yourself. I make sure I become intimately familiar with my subjects before writing about them.
Yeah, I heard all about your article and I wanted to shut it down.
Well, you should have considered that before disgracing yourself in public.
What?
Trafficking refugees into our city is hardly a good look. Especially when so many are absolutists and murderers.
Was I trafficking them?
Will
What?
be out with tomorrow's broadsheet. People will spit in your face. Your very presence will be bad for business. You'll be a pariah, an outcast, as you should be.
What are you talking about?
Then, we can only hope the fist do their duty and escort you to the gallows. Your days of scumming up this good city streets will be over.
What? Perhaps a bit okay. If what you said is true, pissing me off is a bad idea. Stop there. Who told you this nonsense?
I would never reveal my sources, and certainly not to the likes of you. Besides, you're too late. The headlines are loaded into the print works already. Tomorrow, you will feel the power of free speech. Vox Populi, Vox Dei. Now, guards! I believe our distinguished guest was just leaving. Would you care to escort them out?
I'm not attacking them. I cannot go back in. What the hell? What? Edward Needle has written an article for the next Baldur's Mouth edition that will ruin our reputation. We must stop it from printing. Okay. Say less. Matilda.
Aha! The wide-eyed gaze of someone new to Baldur's Gate. Well, you've reason to be excited, friend. Our city's entering a most wondrous age. One of steel, of smoke, of efficiency. And we've Lord Enver Gortash to thank.
Every Baldurian home. Why?
Fear not, friend. The days of us proper Baldurians walking these streets in fear are over. Lord Gortash made that very clear in his latest interview. I'd recommend giving it a read.
Okay, I still want to know what the hell are they talking about. I spoke with them. Okay, I need to go back into the temple and see if I can open this door behind his back.
Bless them with the strength to endure and the courage to resist.
So I need you.
Keep a blade close.
He's over there, that's good. Lockpick. Come on, quickly. Okay.
Out of sight.
Ara. Let's go down. Ooh. Ungroup.
To be sure.
Okay, let's disarm everything. I don't need to hide.
Traps. How considerate.
Is there anyone down here? No, doesn't seem like there's anyone down here, just traps. Ooh. Well, I don't know how I didn't notice that until I was on top of it, but yeah, that sucks. Any more over here?
There are traps about.
Just spit. Any more?
Moving.
Doesn't seem like it. Okay.
How much farther can I go?
Confidential. A report record. For the eyes of Vicar Humbletoes only. Record of report. The reporting officer Davella Fountainhead. Reporter Vicar Humbletoes. Contents of report. Witness returned to Tabernacle around noon after giving outdoor sermon, validated with other civilians. Witness observed bloodied offering on central shrine, a severed hand. Oh, upon inspection, witness noted an attached scroll fragment reading, "Murder shall be holy again." Officer notes, "Thank you for your report, Vicar. While we've not been able to identify the hand in question, we suspect this is linked to another investigation currently taking place. We'll keep some fists on standby near the tabernacle." Gauntlet Fountainhead. Regarding the prayer monitoring. My dearest Duke Porter, I appreciate we live in unusual times, and the cult of the Absolute poses an unprecedented threat. However, I will not be logging the prayers offered at the tabernacle under any circumstances. It is a violation of the trust of the gathered faithful and our great city, and beyond place of the institution, and quite frankly, I'm insulted you would ask this of me. Besides, parchment is expensive, and if we've got lots of prayers. Love, yours indignantly, Vicar Humbletoes. Oh. So, Caps want to know what's happening well, who is praying to what and of what, and he's actually on side of the people, so that's nice. And the hand is obviously from, well, we know from who.
Step carefully. There's a trap.
Ungroup. Time to disable.
Be careful. There are traps about.
Yeah. Yep. I got this. Offerings chest.
Best be on my way.
Wait, are my things in the... Amulet of the Devout. You gain +2 bonus to spell save DC. You gain an additional use of Channel Divinity. Once used, it is restored upon taking a long rest. Wait, Channel Divinity, Channel Load. Channel Divinity is hurting.
What to do?
What neck does she have? Healing, I like that one. I'm not taking those. They are offerings to the god. Wait, are those my offerings? Those are my offerings. Hammer of the Just.
What path lies before me?
Seluna. I'm not taking anything, by the way. I'm not disrespecting the gods. And Mistra. Okay. That's fine. Don't know what Tabernacle does with them, those items, but let him keep it, I guess. Okay. So I've been down there. I will have to deal with this place. I can already see some scaffolding on this side. Let's I should really go into the Elsong Tavern. You know what? Let's check around this place first. Oh, it's happening again. We can see it radiating from that side. Oh, and they are leaving.
Something's on my mind. Guard is busy with their patrol and has no time for idle chatter.
Okay, sorry. Mama Feliz.
The hostel's up that way. You won't find better around here, unless you can pay for it.
I can pay. Hazelnut.
Bet that hostel lady wouldn't make you clean the dishes.
No, she wouldn't. Well, she couldn't. What's this?
This is Joel's house. No letters, no clerics, no herb sellers, no potion peddlers, and no steel watch.
Yes, Edvard.
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, Edvard, I
You?
do support Lord Gortash.
If this lot have got a problem with the Gazette, they should take it up with the editor, not make a scene in the streets.
Baldur's Gate's never going to be safe with the Absolute out there. Why would the Gazette lie to an entire city?
Kinda terrifying that the likes of Lord Gortash can just decide what's true or not.
I agree.
Despicable.
No point reading the Gazette. You might as well be reading the walls of a tavern privy.
Right on our doorstep.
The paper says we're safe here, but we're not. We may as well be outside the walls with the Absolute.
Yep. You're true with that one. You probably don't even know it. Sister Lockhorn.
I'll never understand people who don't want to be famous. The more the people like you, the more you can get away with.
Absolutely true. Lolo Fuzzletoes. I cannot speak with you, Lolo. Refugee. Guard.
You know what? I'm glad they posted me out here. Those writers were starting to piss me off. All the incessant, inane chatter.
And you probably won't like it if I jumped up, eh? Rig?
I'm rather enjoying the white. Maybe you should give it a try.
No, I don't think so. On tour.
Glorious summer's day, is it not? Perfect, in my opinion, for a light, refreshing tipple.
Flare it.
There's some rather lovely vintages out today. I'd get in quick if I were you.
Okay, let's go to the Elsong Tavern then.
You've got to talk to the locals if you want the true story about Stelmane's death. The Gazette would never print all the juicy details.
Yeah.
You eaten at the Elf Song before?
Nope.
Awful, just awful. I had a stew there once that looked like it had a finger in it.
Oh no. Double door. But that's like a house. Let's check. Circus poster. Anti-hag support group. Okay.
But there's a whole chicken someone's only took a leg off. I wouldn't give you
Spatula Fargo.
It's not much, but handing out leftovers is the least I can do with
Oh, that's so nice of you.
almost upon us.
That's so nice of you. Actually. Pickles?
My tummy hurts. I'm really hungry.
You know what? Actually, so am I. I'm actually hungry. Okay. And... Slumgullion.
I used to be able to pay to eat at this tavern. Now look at me. Begging for scraps at the back door.
Look, Tambourine. A servant comes to help us.
I dislike cats in this game.
Kill those rats, would you? When they're dead, the other servants will feed us.
Nice day for a walk.
Okay, kill some rats. Harissa Chopetta.
Oh, sorry. I'm just waiting for some food. Then I'll get out of your way.
And Turalura Layo.
This one's got a heart of gold. I don't know what we'd do without him.
Yeah, I mean, he does seem very helpful. Oh, that's a Starion.
It's no scales off mine. You don't want none of this. Trust me.
Hmm.
It's not what it looks like. I promise.
Really? I don't know what it looks like, honestly. Okay, and yeah, so we are pretty much ready to explore the Elsong Tavern. Let's take this mergrass. Anything hidden around here that we need to dig up? For you?
The city is chock-a-block with bodies, thanks to these murders.
Yeah.
I can barely keep up with all the orders.
Ah, you are the gravestone maker, I'm gonna assume. Okay, that's something we're gonna check next time. And let's check this. Oh yeah, the tombstones. Okay, mailbox. Speak your loss. A self-help book explaining that true happiness begins with a tidy house and well-polished floorboards. Okay, yeah, this is where we came from. This is okay. Okay, I see. I cannot enter. No.
Let's see. Candle Hallow's tombstones.
Yeah.
Candle Hallow's tombstones, remembering the deceased with sympathy and skill.
Okay, and this is where we were, right? The side or the back of the Elfstone Tavern. Can I speak with any of those? No. Let's check the outdoor before we go inside.
Gortash, an archduke. Saw him once at a distance. Looked like too much of a pipsqueak to fill those boots.
Actually, he does. Look.
I would love to have seen Gortash's coronation.
I've been there.
But I would have to have skipped the after feast. I'm on a strict diet.
Yeah, understandable. And you, Caitlin?
You want the who's who and the what's what? Speak to Karis. She's always got the best goss. None of it's been wrong yet.
Best goss. Never heard about gossip like that before.
Now don't believe anything Kate over there tells you. She's an awful liar.
Go away, birds. Who are you?
When I think about the poor refugees starving in Rivington, I could just weep. I believe I'll drown my tears in another brandy.
Oh yeah, sounds stuck up.
Vincent here is a wastrel and a scapegrace,
Vincent.
but he does amuse me.
Ah, well, as long as you have somebody to amuse you. Enforcer Skuna.
Welcome, traveller. Remember, this ain't the blushing mermaid, it's the elf song. So behave yourself.
I guess you must be Tavern's hard muscle. Leave off the threads. When I'm pushed, I push back.
That's right. And a lonely job it is too. When you're the muscle, no one thinks about your heart.
Oh, Jesus. To be honest, you don't look very approachable. Maybe you should change jobs. Can you sing? A tavern always needs a bard. Do you need a pat on the back? You don't look very approachable.
It's just rude.
Sorry.
Welcome back. Don't break anything.
I didn't mean it in a rude way. Like, you seem scary. And that's all I meant.
Tears balls. Just lost the best job I ever had. Easy work in the upper city. But you don't care. And why should you? Sorry I said anything.
Cool.
On days like
Elk
this, I
friend.
miss the forest. I used to scamper amongst my woodland friends, if you can believe it. Here,
Yeah, druid's nightmare, I guess. Not saying that he's a druid, but Gates Pub Crawl Guide. This excerpt from the Gates Pub Crawl Guide suggests, let's move our camera, suggests far more, but I'm just looking at the background, like we are inside the Gazette, suggests that more than one drink was imbibed during its writing. Everyone goes on about the elf song, how iconic it is, how interesting its ghost is. Well, boo, I say. I wish to have music, drama, and I can't with a spirit jealous enough to stop any but itself performing. Therefore, it is with stupendous delight that I suggest many other glorious boozing establishments. Take the Blushing Mermaid, where you can watch Shimmer the Siren dazzle the crowd, or simply enjoy its swashbuckling patrons swing shanties and beat one another into oblivion. Or mayhaps you fancy a delightful venue with live music, and the most sound waitstaff you've ever met. If so, the Singing Lute is for you. Tucked away by the harbor, it is perfect for a romantic evening. If nothing else, Hank's delightful demeanor will make you grateful for your beloved. However, there remains another watering hole, one that only the most daring, the most courageous and veterans go. Should you wish to test your mettle and rub shoulders with the city's secret underbelly, I can only tell you this. Enjoy the Guild Hall. Oh, we've been there actually. No, not there, but outside.
The service here is worse than ever. What do you have to do to get a drink around here?
No idea. Okay, and we have just spoken with everyone outside, and in the next episode we are finally going inside the elf song, I guess. So, as always, not everyone, later.
La la la, dee da dee dum dee dee, bum bum bum.
Oh, server, what's the best thing on the drinks menu? What kind of song you're sort of singing?
The Roses of Eliant. I may work for a hard-hearted rat fucker, but I still keep a song in me heart.
Jesus. In me heart. Well, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.